Let's talk Pete Alonso. We haven't really talked about him at all. He's been on a home run tear as of late. Tim, what do you see as his future with the Mets or not with the Mets?
What do I see or what do I think they should do?
Whichever one you want to answer.
Well, what I think they should do is sign Pete Alonso forever because he is the best power hitter they have ever had. Never mind had in a homegrown way. So they should just give him a huge contract and lock him up and make him a forever Met and let him crush all the Mets records and then some. And, have first base and then DH locked up for 6 to 8 to 10 years. So that's what I think they should do. What I think they probably will do is at least listen on trades this offseason and then let him go to free agency if that's what he wants next offseason and then sign him. Because Steve Cohen, as we've seen, he's made plenty of decisions that have not turned out well, but he's no dummy. He knows what an obvious decision this is, and he's been very good at making the right obvious decisions through his 3 years as Mets owner.
Sal, if you were making a decision, what would you do with Pete?
There's no way they could trade Alonso. Maybe the reason why they had him on the block was to see what type of young pitching maybe they could get back for him. But even then, they'd be idiots to trade Alonso. I mean, the guy has consistent power, which is something that's impossible to find. Look across the sport. Nobody in Mets history has had 4 straight seasons with 35 or more home runs. Nobody has had more home runs since Pete Alonso has come into the league in 2019 than him. I mean, I'm not saying he's going to be the first baseman long term, and I'm not saying you got to pay him whatever he wants. If I'm Alonso, I'm close enough to where I'm playing this out in free agency, and maybe it goes the way that it did with Brandon Nimmo. The Mets should let him go to free agency too. All right, see what you do with free agency. Go out there, test the market, come back to us, and if it's the right price, we'll do it. It's got to be something around $200 million, similar to what Matt Olson got. But Pete Alonso has to be a lifelong Met. I don't understand how, if they lose him, trade, free agency, how you could ever replace that.
Do you think it's going to be resolved before the start of the season next year?
Well, I wouldn't if I'm Alonso. I think it's a great question. I would say no right now to that, Michelle. I think the Mets are in a position of power, being that, like, the Braves have to lock all these young guys up because they can't afford them when they hit free agency. The Mets can. They can wait to see if the market develops for Nimmo and then pay him. They can wait to see what happens with Alonso, how many other teams are going to be in on him, and where that ticket goes, how high the ticket price goes on Alonso. So I think the Mets are in a position of power here. I would just let it play out and see what the market says and then pay him accordingly.